Hi YouTube, this is Upscale Hair with GrowingUpscaleHairStore.com. Check out my site. So, today, do I look crazy to you? Does this look crazy? Yeah, this is crazy. It's a good crazy, but it's crazy. I have a dilemma. I outgrew my lace wig. Can you outgrow a lace wig? Yes, and I did. And I had made some adjustments on my size because I wanted to fit it kind of snug. And I had shorter hair. Like if you subscribe to my videos, you'll understand why I cut my hair and that whole story. So since it's been growing and it's thick now and it's really all natural, it doesn't fit. One of my lace wigs don't fit. It doesn't fit in the nape area. So I'm going to fix it, and this is how I'm going to fix it. I'm going to use this little thing. I'm going to make my full lace wig a lace front wig. I'm okay with making my wig a lace front wig because I really don't wear a high ponytail with this particular hair anyway because I keep it straight, which is Chinese ring hair. So a couple of things that you're going to need today. You're going to need a needle. This is a C-curve needle. You can buy it at your local beauty supply store. Most people use it to sew on their sew-in weave. Normally I use a very, very thin needle for my lace wigs, but because this elastic is pretty thick, I'm going to use this needle. I might change it later, but I'll let you know if I do to see how it comes up. But normally I use a lot thinner needle. It's the thinnest needle in the fabric store, but I'll see how this works first. The elastic, this elastic was $1.79, $1.29. This elastic is 1.5 yards. You don't need this much, but this came in a pre-packaged container. So this is by didnt. It's 1.5 inch, and it's 1.3 millimeters thick. And the reason that's the main reason why I bought this one, because I wanted something a little bit thicker and a little bit stronger compared to the other one. The other one was 3/8 of an inch, which is a little bit smaller than this, and it was 1 millimeter in thickness. And I wanted something a little bit more thick and a little bit more strong. So that's why I decided to go with this one, because the other one you can buy by the yard and it would only been 49 cents for a whole yard. But I got this for quality. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need some thread to go with your needle. Now this is regular thread that you can probably buy at your beauty supply store. I normally use very transparent thread for repairs on my lace wigs, but considering that you're not going to see this area, I decided to go with a thicker thread. I might change later, but if I do, I'll let you know that I did not use this thread and needle, and I used the thinner one. Also, you're going to need a container, and the reason why you need a container is because I'm going to dye my elastic band. I'm going to use red dye. This color is tan. You probably want to use brown, but considering this is what I have in my home, I'm not going to go out to buy another one. So this should be good enough. You're not going to be able to really see it. I just want to change the color from white. And I probably put a lot of the red dye because I want to be as dark as it possibly can, considering that it's not brown. And then you're also going to need some sticks, which we're going to use this for with the adhesive. And then I also have some fabric adhesive, which is Fabric Fusion, this brand. And it's permanent, dry cleanable fabric adhesive. And the reason why I decided to choose this one was because this one you can dry clean. The other ones you can wash, but you can't dry clean. So I'm thinking that with the chemicals and what they use when they dry clean clothes, it will probably unravel. So this should be a little bit better than some of the washable permanent adhesives for fabrics. And for this one, you can use on delicate fabrics. You just need to apply a very small amount. So I'm going to go through each step with you on how I'm going to make my full lace wig a lace front wig so I can wear it again. Alright, so stay tuned. Okay, so the first step you're going to need to do is you need to find out how much elastic band you're going to need for your lace wig. Now this is my lace wig that I'm going to use for my full lace. This is the nape area. See, it's clean, there's no adhesive on it or anything like that. So the adhesive for the fabric should apply pretty well. This particular wig has ear-to-ear stretch. So it has very little stretch right here near your ears on both sides. So where I'm going to apply the elastic will be right down here. So I'm going to do the nape area up to the ear. Now when you're measuring your head, you know obviously that in order for it to work, it has to have some give. So, but not too much give, because it's not going to be secure in the back of your head. So I want something that's pretty snug. So I'm testing it right here, and this one doesn't really have much give because it's pretty straight. You want to stretch it out and then try it. So this is the actual measurement of my nape area. I'm going to go in about an inch, probably an inch and a half than what my normal length is, and I'm going to see how it feels. This feels pretty secure. I'm going to take it another step, maybe a little bit more. Now, this is a little bit shorter, but I want it to stretch this way. So I'm going to stretch this like this in the back of my head to see how it feels. So I'm stretching it. And this feels about perfect, this size. Now I'm only going on how it feels on my head, how secure I want the elastic to be. So this is what I'm going to use as my basis to measure my wig. This is how secure I want it. I want it to be a little bit stretchy, but not too stretchy, but enough for it to lay down. You want it to be, you know, flat to the back of your nape area. So this is the size I'm going to cut. If you're unsure, it's probably better for you to cut too much, so at least you'll know you'll be able to cut more off when it's time for you to attach it later. So you're going to need your container, and you're going to need your RIP dye. Like I said before, I suggest brown, but I only have tan here, and I'm not going to go back out to get some color brown. So for the RIP dye, you're going to use, this is a very little bit of material, and I want it to be pretty dark. So I'm going to use 3 capfuls. And then you're going to have to use some of the hottest water possible. My water here gets pretty hot, so I let mine run. And then you're going to add a cup of water. So I added 3 capfuls of the red dye. And then I'm going to add, actually I'm going to only add a half a cup of water, because it's only this little piece of material. You don't need that much water. So the 3 cups of red dye, and then your half a cup of water. And then you're going to let this soak. Well, I'm going to let mine soak for about an hour. I'm going to see how dark it gets in an hour. While it's soaking, you want to stir it around and agitate it a little bit and see how far the color is coming along. It's been a few minutes. It hasn't been very long, but it's changing colors already. So let this sit for about an hour, or however long you want it to sit in order to get to your desired color. Now they do have this elastic in a tan color and in black, but I thought my RIP dye here was actually brown and not tan, so that's why I just didn't buy the tan elastic, and I definitely didn't really want black, but I mean it could possibly work with black. This hair color is like it's a virgin hair, so it's kind of close to a 2. A little bit of a 1B. It's pretty dark too, but like I said before, a couple of steps that you don't have to do. You don't have to dye the elastic if you don't want to, but just in case, I'd rather be the least undetectable as possible. You can either use the fabric adhesive or you can sew it on, but I'm going to do both. I'm going to use this as a hold to place it, and then I'm going to use the needle and thread to secure it more secure, like, you know, a second a second feature in regards to making sure that the elastic stays in its place. But I'm going to use this to set it, this to secure it.